Hi there. I'm Keith Ward with Actual Tech Media, and thank you for joining us for this Spotlight Series segment. Today, I'm joined by Ashok Reddy, who is CEO of KX. Ashok, thank you for being here today. Now, to start with, can you give us an overview of what KX does?
Sure. KX is a maker of KDB+, the world's fastest time series database, as well as a real-time analytics streaming engine.
That sounds really interesting. So can you tell us then, Ashok, what is the core problem that KX is addressing?
Yeah, I think the core problem is it starts with time series data. And time series is unique in the sense it provides three different aspects. Generally, one is it enables people to look at trends and causality, as well as how do you actually make forecasts, the decisions you make. So it kind of brings three different elements. And increasingly, there is a lot of data coming from machines and sensors and everything else, which is also time-based. So what we find is, when you look at the number one use case for machine learning AI is time series data or time-based information. And that's another reason why we feel time series is unique in terms of what value it can provide for companies who are focused on making decisions based on data.
All right, so you've talked about time series and introduced the concept. So can you give me some specifics? Give me, for instance, a real-world example of how time series can help you with your data analytics and making decisions with streaming data and in real time and sort of those use cases.
Yeah, I think, the first one, generally as a company, we initially get started with obviously capital markets, which is time series data. If you look at stock markets today, all the data in stock markets is time-based, right? Your market opens at a certain time, and then you continuously get data around which stocks are trading, what is the buy, sell, and what the market is telling us at any given point. And this is worldwide. Every company has a stock symbol in the public market. So that's one way of looking. One data is the data, what happens in the stock market. Then there are other things like, you can look at hard monitoring and things where you actually have to look at time and what happened over a period of time. And there are things in machines and sensors data, which is all time-based. So it's several of these use cases are all, you have to have the time as a important component.
Right. There's so much data out there too. If you're not using analytics, if you're not taking advantage of things like AI and machine learning, essentially you're leaving money on the table these days, aren't you? If you're not really correlating it and you're not deriving insights from it.
No, absolutely. I think a lot of the data what we have today, it's only increasing, and it's the complexity of the environment where we not only have data which we have collected, terabytes of data, but also there is a lot of information coming in real time, every second, every millisecond. So the complexity of processing all the things you know already and what insights you have, or what we call hindsights, and then combining that with the things which are happening right now, how do I combine that with the insights? And then at the end of the day, we're all trying to make decisions. One type of decision is, forecasting. Right? How do I make decision based on what's going to happen in the future? And that tends to be one of the hardest decisions for most people and most companies, because how do I predict what my sales is going to be? What's going to be how the stock market is going to react? And what's going to happen if you are monitoring health? And if you can say I'm monitoring certain things, but is it going to prevent a stroke from happening or things like that? So that's both mission critical as well as safety critical aspects of it. So the data becomes a way to really make objective decisions versus subjective decisions.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Now, for those who are looking to use the KX platform, how is it available to them? In terms of, is it just a SaaS solution? What kind of availability do you have?
KX actually, we have our technology actually works on-prem It can work on any of the public clouds. In fact, we have this great partnership with Microsoft where people can get access to our technology through the marketplace in Microsoft, as well as it's available through AWS and GCP marketplaces. And then people can also run, because of our technology, the footprint is so small, you can run it in the edge. So increasingly, people are putting devices, so we can run on any cloud, on-prem, or at the edge in devices.
So however they want to use it, there's an option available for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great to know. So if someone wants to learn more about KX, about the platform, about what you offer, what you can do for them, how would you recommend they go about doing that?
I think one of the things is if we go to kx.com, I think we have several of the customer use cases, depending on, the type of industry or the customer, what problems they're trying to solve, they have specific, customer examples potentially can help them understand how we solve them. And if there are technologists, developers, data scientists, and data engineers, and one way to get started is we have a KDB Plus available for download, and they get tried out, and it gives them a hands-on experience in terms of it's free, it's available for people to, run it on-prem or on cloud. So that is, plus we have a lot of videos, tutorials. KX Academy is a site where we have a lot of these examples of how people can start with any different type of data, how they ingest it, how they store it, how they can create analytics on top of it, or they want to display and integrate with their systems, whether it's Power BI or whatever, so they can do that. It's a very what we talk about is bringing data and analytics code to where the data exists versus moving the data around. So that's the best way to learn, is to start with kx.com.
That's great. Ashok Reddy, thanks for being here and giving us this overview of KX today.
Great to be here, Keith.
And thanks to everyone for listening in today. If you'd like to see more Spotlight Series interviews like this one, head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/actualtechmedia and learn more. Thanks for joining us for this today.